I-5, Troy Roads Rock, 2015 County Road Concrete Slab Replacement, additional construction agreement, Big Beaver, Coolidge, and Crooks, with an introduction of Steve Van Dett, the city engineer. Good evening.
Good evening, Mayor and Council.
I see Kurt's with you also.
Yes, good evening. I-5 is a cost participation agreement with the Board of Road Commission for Oakland County, also known as RCOC. It's for an additional $200,000 for our 2015 Troy Roads Rock program. This additional funding comes from a recent one-time appropriation of $2 million from Oakland County to RCOC to buy equipment. This appropriation enabled the RCOC to reallocate $2 million that they had already budgeted for equipment, enabled them to reallocate that to fix county roads. The RCOC notified us that we were in line to receive another $200,000 contribution towards our program. In April, they had previously allocated $200,000 for us. So this doubles their financial share. This brings the total 2014 funding for the city, RCOC, and the county sources to $2.804 million. And it breaks down, that $2.804 million breaks down, $669,000 is from county and RCOC sources. This is the combined $200,000. It's tri-party. It's everything from RCOC, and there's a little bit of county contribution in there as well. $669,000 from the county. Our share allocation is $2,135,000, and RCOC is also contributing striping, pavement markings, traffic signal loops, and testing services. The value of these items we estimate at 10% of the program, approximately $140,000 for the value of those services. So the total contribution from RCOC is approximately $809,000. We are recommending that the additional $200,000 be allocated for Big Beaver between Adams and I-75, and this will bring the total expenditure amount for Big Beaver this year to $1.4 million. Big Beaver construction will be getting underway shortly, and this year DPW, assisted by engineering, is handling the construction. We flipped roles this year. DPW is taking the lead, and Kurt is here to give us a brief status report on the construction so far and talk about the upcoming Big Beaver construction.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Thank you, Steve. So Steve, as he said, I drew the short straw this year to take on the lead of this project. But as Steve mentioned, the project limits for this year for Troy Roads Rock include Big Beaver, John R., and DeQuinder. DeQuinder is complete. It was completed in May, which was right on our estimated schedule. John R., all lanes are poured, so all lanes will be open June 12th. This is 2 weeks ahead of our estimated schedule. That is really to do with the amount of time it takes for the concrete to cure. We're at about 3 days right now, so that's a major contributor to ahead of schedule. And then the big one is Big Beaver. It begins June 15th. That is right on schedule with communications with Somerset Collection and looking at other traffic studies suggested that the best time to do Big Beaver was when school is out. School is out this Friday and will begin the following Monday. So we're right on schedule. We've broken up Big Beaver into a couple different phases. Phase 1 will be Big Beaver itself. The project limits are from Adams to I-75. Phase 2 includes around Somerset Collection North, the Cunningham and Lakeview. And then Phase 3 is Coolidge northbound from just south of Big Beaver to Cunningham. The tentative schedule for Big Beaver, again, begins on June 15th. We will have one lane open eastbound, so that's Adams, heading from Adams to I-75. Then if you were to head from I-75 to Adams, 2 lanes will be open. The week of June 29th, the road behind Somerset North will begin construction. That's Cunningham and Lakeview. One lane will be open in each direction during that construction. On July 6th, from Adams to I-75, the 2 lanes will be open. And again, from I-75 heading towards Adams, 1 lane will be open. So we're flip-flopping that. The idea behind this is to give motorists an opportunity to escape the construction, if you will. If they get tied up in traffic, they can go on to the other direction and at least have 2 lanes open. I will mention that there will be some closures on that 1 lane, or excuse me, the 2 lanes open. Those will primarily be non-peak hours. We've coordinated with the contractor to pour the cement. That cement truck takes up an additional lane that'll be during non-peak hours. After that, we head to Coolidge Golf Field to Cunningham, the week of August 10th. 1 lane will remain open on northbound during that construction period. And then we're estimating that all lanes will be open at the end of August, just in time for school to start. This schedule was put together working with the contractor, Delisio Contracting, who we've had for 4 years now. They've agreed to start early, 6 a.m., and work late into the evening. They also promise to always have a presence on Big Beaver, weather permitting, so you'll always see either them removing concrete or pouring concrete. The objective is to remove for 2 days, pour for 2 days, remove for 2 days, pour for 2 days. So weather permitting, you will always see a presence. Again, the schedule was put together based on a 3 to 5 day break period, what we call. That's when the concrete cures. We test it to make sure it reaches the maximum PSI before we open it up to traffic. Again, this year we will have the continued public outreach. Bob Schultz, who's a part-time employee with the DPW, used to be on the Planning Commission, will be going door to door to the businesses to give them a flyer indicating of the tentative schedule, information if they need temporary signs for their businesses, and always reminding them for continuous updates to visit the Troy Roads Rock. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Any questions for staff? Good job. I think it was very self-explanatory. Big Beaver is going to be a mess for the most of the summer. Pretty much. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody like to move the resolution? Councilman Pennington.
I'd like to move I-5 Troy Roads Rock, 2015 County Road concrete slab replacement, additional construction agreement, Big Beaver, Coolidge to Crooks, as printed.
Support.
Moved by Councilman Pennington, supported by Councilman Henderson, that we approve I-5 as printed in the agenda. Discussion. The vote, Ms. Dixon.
Councilmember Henderson?
Yes.
Councilmember Hoderick?
Yes.
Councilmember Pennington?
Yes.
Councilmember Teets?
Yes.
Mayor Slater?
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Campbell?
Yes.
Councilmember Gottlieb?
Yes. Motion passes.